This is the mic that you got to talk into.
Midwest SPL, louder than ever, bringing you the fire. It's DJ Rustical.
The fire.
Check, motherfucker.
Check. Dude, this thing needs to come up.
So, it sounds good, by the way. It doesn't sound good to us.
Okay.
Say something.
Check. Test.
Listen up. Favorite part of the song.
Oh yeah, it sounds really good on headphones. What's up, Kendra? Can they hear us right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The fuck was up with those lights?
Kyle was trying to get your attention.
That is a power bank.
I know what it is. Why is it in the middle of the table?
Charles Haley gave that to me while I was driving through Tennessee after Slamology. He just said, "Hey, he's like, hey man, you can have this for your podcast."
I was gonna sit on the end seat.
If you want, just put it on the floor or something. It don't matter to me. Just remember, talking to the red light.
No, fuck that thing that weighs like 200 pounds.
Oh, it's heavy as shit, dude. Oh, so we're back from Slam, and it's Jake's birthday. And
he's
Jake's not
here.
in this office. I don't know.
He's coming.
He should be here.
I think he was getting some cigars.
I got a little cigar. We just got done doing... don't mind me. We just got done doing some axe throwing. At what's that place called? Patriot
Axe Throw.
Brewing through.
Yeah.
You used to be able to drive through that place.
I done through some
Once
brews.
upon a time, they would open the front and back door, and you could just drive through.
Yeah.
And get beer?
Yes.
So
That's awesome.
In Pennsylvania,
That's normal elsewhere.
Yeah. You have to go to a beer distributor to get beer. And I remember there's a bunch of shit where you just drive through the damn building. And
Yep. Dude, there's one like literally every block down in Florida.
Yep.
Florida they'll have like just shacks. They just buy a metal shack from
That's
Home
all you
Depot,
need, man.
set it up, and sell beer out of it.
Here's some beer. So we just got done doing that. We were probably there for 3 hours, damn near.
We were there for a while.
And Jake had a good time. That's all. That's the whole thing. Do you got the stuff, Brett? I don't know what you're talking about. What stuff you're talking about, Brett? You don't need any stuff. You're good. I'll see you in a couple hours.
Your son sounds like he's doing a secret drug deal.
Right.
You got that stuff, bro? He's probably talking about some marshmallows or something.
I don't know. So
Some cookies.
actually, I got a cake off of your brother's girlfriend. It's one of those layered cakes. It looked like pancake slices, and there's like, it's like 10 layers of cake, and there's.
Do you have it
chocolate
here right now?
No, I took it home.
Oh, why are you not showing it off on camera?
I should show it off, shouldn't I? The pictures that
So
she
you're
showed,
saying my brother's girlfriend has some good cake?
she damn sure does have some good cake.
You'd eat that.
Well,
cake.
I haven't eaten it yet. I haven't eaten her cake yet, but I'm about to try it tonight. It looks real tasty.
Dive in and eat that
I'm
cake.
about to dive in it. So anyway, we let's talk about Slamology a little bit. It was the first time in 2 years, because they skipped last year. How was your trip there, Derek?
We just ignored last year, like it didn't exist.
No.
When someone says, "Yeah, Slamology last year,"
This is
2020 did not exist.
This is
It didn't happen.
2021.
We time warped ahead, so we just forgetting that ever happened.
Yeah. It was an awesome show.
Our trip was good. We always leave Thursday night. We
Mm-hmm.
drive halfway up, and then finish the other half on Friday morning. So we're usually there by lunchtime Friday, and it's always a pretty good trip. No issues this year. Nothing
no
major.
vehicles broke down.
Thank goodness.
No tires flat.
Yeah, unlike that one year, we broke like 3 trucks just on the way.
Just trying to make it there.
Yeah, just in the first half of the trip, Thursday night, we broke 3 trucks on the way that one year.
My trip was a little bit different. I wasn't planning it. And as you guys, for those of you that watched the show and saw me there, were like, hey, what the hell are you doing here? You said you're not going to be. I stated I was not going to Slamology. I ended up going to Slamology, and this was due to JP.
Yep.
Last
Shout
minute,
out Down for Sound.
Last minute, Down for Sound wanted some product to sell at the show, and I was. He asked me if I can bring some shit, so I rented a Penske truck and drove that bitch all the way to Indiana. Got there at the middle of the night.
Yeah, JP hit me up the Friday before, like, hey, what trucks are you bringing? What do y'all bring in? And at first he didn't even tell me exactly what he was wanting to do, and then he finally was like, yeah, I think I want somebody to try and bring some product. I'm like, I just told him, like, dude, we don't have our big trailer yet. Like, I don't know how I'm going to get any product there for you. And so Monday I started trying to ask people, and I was trying to get Jimmy to do exactly what you did. I was like, Jimmy, he will pay. Like, you just got to get this truck. It'll all be paid for. You just got to drive it up. And Jimmy was going anyway, and he was looking at me like, oh, I don't know.
I don't know what Jimmy didn't do.
it.
I mean, so I was supposed to stay back because I took my vacation the week before. I was going to stay back because we got a guy training. I was going to make sure the office was taken care of. Everybody was gone. But no. And Jimmy was like, no, I'm not having it. I was like, dude, you're already heading out that way.
Yeah.
So anyway, I did it. I just charged JP my hourly rate plus gas,
Yeah.
And JP proudly paid it. So
Yeah, I know he was like, well, you think you could rent a different trailer and get the product in there? Like, bro, that's not a good sign, especially not right now. You can't get hold of nothing like that.
I had a hard time getting a box truck. So I ordered a 12-foot box truck, and they upgraded me to a 16-foot because they didn't have any 12-footers.
Yeah, and we went through that too in some of the last couple. Well, 2 times ago we had to rent a box truck. We rented one, reserved it. We go to pick it up, and they just looked at us and went, "Yeah, we don't have it." It's like, well, we reserved this.
At least this place called me beforehand, or like they call me like 8:30 in the morning, like, "Hey, we don't got this. Can we upgrade you to this?" I was like, "Yeah, I guess I'll drive that big ass thing."
Yeah. last time I rented a box truck around here, I think I had to drive to like Gastonia to get it because you couldn't get one. Like no one had any. Mm-hmm. The one we reserved here in Hickory that one time, we got there and they're just like, yeah, we ain't got one. They basically just told us F off. We're like, we reserved one. Here's our reservation. Yeah. We paid like all this. They're like, we ain't got it for you. Nothing we can do.
They should at least give you a courtesy call. Like, hey, look, we don't got this. Sorry.
No. They didn't care.
When I was moving
Microphone.
out of New Hampshire, We were so far up there, I had to drive 3 hours into Maine to get a box truck.
Holy shit! You must have been in the woods, dude.
Yeah.
In the woods. I remember having to call you, and it not working, and just Facebook calling you just to get a hold of you.
Yeah.
Because you know, using Wi-Fi, because you had no cell phone signal up there.
100 yards from the Canadian border. I could just walk over.
No
Good
shit.
Lord.
Did you have a Tim Hortons nearby?
No, we had nothing. It was like an hour and a half to the closest Walmart.
Jesus, dude. So yeah, we went ahead and we went to. I went to Slam. I brought a bunch of product to JP. He sold the product. We had a good time. We showed off the Sundown Power Sports, which we have not talked about on the show yet, and we have to get some product up here in this table and show you guys. Sundown Audio has a new line, completely new line. It's called Sundown Power Sports.
Yep. The website is live right now, sundownpowersports.com.
Yep. And it is for marine. It's basically marine grade audio products for power sports. ATVs.
Yep. All your off road stuff.
Yeah.
Whether it's dirt roads or driving through a field or whatever on the water.
Yeah. It is. We've got compression, or was it compression horn?
We have some tweeters.
What do you want to call those?
We don't have compression horns yet.
Like mids and highs. What are those called? They're
just
components.
coaxials.
Coaxials.
They're just coaxials. They just have a fancy looking.
I think they're called compression coaxials.
They're not really. I mean, kind of. I guess we just call them coaxials.
Is like a tweeter built into the whole
Yeah,
thing?
they got a pretty fancy. It's just the way it is integrated. It's got a pretty fancy horn front end to it, but I don't.
Right.
They're not like a standard compression horn. They just got a big nose on them.
The Sam Series amplifiers, we decided to make more styles of Sam Series amplifiers, and those will be in the power sports side of things. Those are 100% waterproof.
Yep, these are all full waterproof. IP, I think it's 67 rated. They are submersible. Yeah. So with any IP rating, any submersible rating, it's only rated to a certain depth and blah blah this or that. But they are full submersible rated. You can put them underwater and they would still work and play. They're seal design, coated boards, you name it, they'll stand up to it.
And then we got a couple different subwoofers. So 6.5 and 6.5 and 8 inch coaxials and subwoofers.
Yep.
These
there will be mids, non-coax. So we will have component mids coming as well. Component mids and the coaxial mids.
Did we ever get the subwoofers in here?
Yes. Yep. Subwoofers are here. Okay. You want one? There's one sitting in front of my office right there. I can go grab one. It looks just like what we had on display. There's just the production models come in. We actually have the nice blue logo and stuff on them.
We'll do a separate thing about those. The whole power sports here.
Yeah.
I just wanted to get it out there that we do have power sports stuff out now.
The big thing with this is most power sports stuff nowadays, everybody's just like, oh yeah, let's make some speakers, marine grade, cool, have at it. Mm-hmm. And with this, like, one of my big ideas was I want to bring Sundown audio bass. We're known for that low end. We're known for the big subs, the ZV5s, the Z's, the nightshades, all that stuff. We need to bring bass to the motorsports industry because it's not real prevalent there. Everybody just goes for loud.
Easy. It's not easy, honestly.
It is not, because you're in an open air environment.
Right.
And so one of the first big things we did that Jake designed were the cans, pods. I call them pods. A lot of people call them cans.
Right.
So the subs that we're doing, the 6.5s and 8s, are designed to work in that sealed environment.
Right.
So if you want to do
small too.
Yep. We're gonna have these cans come in, and you can do the cans with our mids, with the coaxials, and with the subwoofers. It all works together.
Yep.
So if you want something, you can just pop a sub in, clamp it on to a bar. Done. You got a sub just like that. It's real simple.
And the cool thing is these new Sam amps, they are Bluetooth capable, so you Bluetooth straight to your phone from it and go off of it to another amplifier.
Specifically the multi-channel is Bluetooth capable.
Yeah.
The monoblocks are not.
Yeah, you do not need a head unit with these. It's pretty cool.
You get the multi-channel, you Bluetooth to that, and then you just use the pass-through right over to your monoblock.
Yeah, that's a really cool thing. So you do not need a head unit, so you just use your phone. Just put your phone in your pocket.
1500 at, Derek?
It is still on the test bench. Yeah, it's still hooked up too.
We could just do a separate show about that. I just want to let people know that that's what we unveiled at Slamology when we were there.
Booyah. Yep. And also we have the sound bars, so we have a full production. It's a tooled extruded case sound bar.
Oh yeah.
The last one we got in.
About the sound bar.
Oh yeah. This thing is awesome. It is So I've heard a lot of soundbars in off-road and motorsports. A lot of them from other brands. I've went to dealers. We even bought some soundbars from other manufacturers to check out and listen to. Ours blows them away, especially on the low end. So the biggest complaint I've seen from anybody on soundbars is there's no bass. None of them. They have absolutely no bass. And I understandably, there's kind of a limit you got to ride right there because
such a small enclosure, you know.
Yeah, well
Thanks everybody.
It's easy to induce distortion with too much bass on some mids that small and stuff. So we developed a soundbar that has bass that will just blow every other soundbar out the water.
We had to go through multiple iterations of the drivers.
Yes.
We had to make the drivers slightly more cone area. We had to go with larger voice coil, larger motor structure, high excursion, more linearity. Basically, they got like the Sundown subwoofer treatment on a 3-inch.
Yes.
Well, there's multiple 3 inches in there.
Yep. So the first one we're coming out
what
with
she
is the 8-speaker. So it's basically six mids, 2 tweeters. I don't even know what they're rated power-wise, but because that's kind of a gimmicky thing a lot of companies do.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah, they'll say, like, oh, we got an 8-speaker system with 600 watts of power. None of them
There's
are
a
actually
little
that
amp
much
that's already
power.
built in. You don't have to worry about any of that shit.
Yeah.
Thomas, careful with that.
Bluetooth capable.
Yep, they're Bluetooth capable.
It's
They will
complicated,
have remote controls. Anything you could desire on any other soundbar out there, ours are going to do it, and they're going to do it
1 second.
better.
Yeah. And you, I know you've got a side-by-side. Have you put any of this shit on yours yet, or just ours?
The only thing I've done on my side-by-side right now is I bought some generic pods, empty cans, and I have some of our Vex Pros on in that right now.
Okay.
Because the Vex Pros with the carbon cones, they're decently resistant to the elements.
Right.
So as long as I don't have it out in the pouring rain, or I'm not
I bet
saturating
you
them
could
in
spray.
mud.
I bet you could spray Scotch Guard on them.
Well,
That-
there's
that
some
too.
Never Wet
They-
or some shit.
Well, and they've got my kids rode it around the yard, and it's got some mud, a drop hitting it here and there, and they're fine.
You always
there's no
got
big
some mud on
issue.
your truck too.
Yeah, those cones are pretty resilient. They're pretty they're good cones.
Kendra wants to know if you're ever going to release a pink camo shirt.
Pink camo, potentially. We've got the Alpine camo we did right now. That the big reason we did that, actually, Jake's wearing one, was because that's what our Sundown side by side has, kind of a digital Alpine camo-ish look.
Yeah.
And that's what made us come out with that one this instant. We've done some other versions of some camos in the past, and as this one kind of goes through its timeline and the sales start to fall off, I'm gonna change the colors, and we're gonna go to a different color, like a navy color and then an army
You gotta
color.
change it up often.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Well,
shirts,
let me knock out some questions.
Hold on, Jake, real quick. We're talking about shirts real
Can we
quick.
knock out questions, bro?
Speaking of shirts, I ordered some professional shirts that have our names on them and shit. And
Those should have actually been here today.
they are probably going to be here today. And there's one with your name on it. There's one with Brandon's name on it too. And he's over here. He didn't want one, but fuck it, I got one for him too. So those should be here within the next day or so.
Yeah.
If they're not already here right now.
So, 2 questions. Scotch Guard change efficiency a bit. It's going to add a little bit of mass.
Barely.
Trivial.
Yeah,
That's a
it'd be
very-
so minimal you'd never notice.
Trivial.
Yeah.
So, best SQ woofer. As far as low output, like just probably the SD4.
What do you think about SD3 versus SD4 when it comes to actual sound quality?
SD4 is better.
You think so?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Now, if you're talking about something that actually has a substantial amount of output and does sound quality, I would probably say if you took a Nightshade version 3 and put the aluminum pull sleeve on it, which is what Matt Karlovka had, that's the best sounding subwoofer we've ever made. Thanks for the happy birthday, everybody, by the way.
Yeah, happy birthday, Jake.
Mr.
Now,
Jake.
Patrick, if you can stand the weight and the expense of the Vex Pro, get the Vex Pro.
Yeah, Vex Pros are night and day from the Neo Pro. Neo Pros are awesome. Vex Pros are another
The
world.
They're
Vexes have this
they're-
percussion to them.
Yeah, the
which
Vex
you
is
feel
very
it.
heavy and very expensive. The Neo Pro is much lighter and much cheaper.
So yeah, Vexes are expensive. I don't even remember off the top of my head. They're a
They
couple
ain't cheap.
$100 a piece or something. Like
Yeah.
they're up there. My side by side currently has 4 of the Vex Pro 8s on it, and literally everybody that's heard it in person has stopped and went, "I need to buy these right now."
Right.
They're
Well,
that
they're
good.
so much louder. Like, I'm trying to remember, there was a customer, good friend actually, but I get everybody mixed up because so many people talk to me. They have 2 Vex Pros in their car, and they're like, "This sounds louder than all the stunt walls like in my area."
Yeah. Oh, no doubt. And I've tried to tell a lot of our SPL guys that they want to do these massive doorbells, but they're buying the cheapest of these mid-range drivers they can find. It's like, all right, so you're going to put 6 of these 6.5s on there. Like, you could literally do one Vex 8 and probably outdo them. And
Oh, yeah.
and then your cost-wise is offset. So it's like, do you want to buy 6 to 8 of these other drivers. You want one Vex when it's going to do the same.
So let's see. The Saya 8000, Thomas. I'm still waiting on the Proto. There's a lot of chip shortages. It's really hard to get anything done right now. But if I had to guess, my best estimate right now, that amp will probably be out early next year.
That's why we don't have SFB
At the
8000.
rate, yeah. Well, it's the Saya is even compounded because the chip in there that's responsible for the regulation is not only rare but discontinued right now, and we're waiting for a replacement chip. So we have to buy all the new old stock.
So let's talk a little bit more about Slamology. While we were there,
It was great.
Anybody
It was
wanna say-
hot.
It was hot.
Other than hot, Nick Wright
my
had
God.
a tour bus with 48 air conditioners on it.
Yeah. Who's that? Who's John Mayer? Is that his bus? It was John Mayer's bus. Yeah.
But he's driven it. It's just a rental company that has those.
Thanks, Kendrell. You're the man.
Thanks, Kendrell.
We get some J. By the way, where's my beard? I just bought the other earlier.
It's in your office.
Oh well, I'm not in my office. I'm here in the podcast
But
room.
you should have
Well,
brought it with you.
When I brought it back here, I didn't know where you were.
Oh, I told you I was going to be in here. Where's Donnie, by the way?
Yes. Man, Saturday at Slamology was miserably hot.
It was bad.
It was just a still, stale air.
I'll go get it for you, Brian.
It was bad.
Thanks, Thomas.
Sunday was
Anyone
all
that
right.
wants to bring me a 6-pack is welcome to do so.
Yeah, buddy. So yeah, Saturday was hot. I think Saturday night a storm went through and it got a little
Yeah.
bit cooler that night. Sunday wasn't so bad.
Yep. Sunday was decent. It was probably low to mid 80s. Had a breeze almost all day. I can deal with that. But Saturday was just, man, it was like
It was
mid
brutal.
90s with just stale, still air, and that's the miserable part.
If it wasn't for Fortress Incriminator and Fortress Excess Power, the air conditioning, I don't know if I would have made it.
Yeah. Next time we gotta get Scotty to bring his mobile AC like city and just set up his little thing and just air condition the whole show for
They
us.
just hold Slamology in Scotty's living room.
That
You know?
too.
I feel like they should just do
we're
that.
working on getting a trailer of some sort, right?
Yep.
Does this trailer have air conditioning?
It
built
always
in?
has the biggest, baddest air
Well, then-
conditioning they could put on this
Well,
thing.
then there we go. We won't have to worry about that much
Yes.
longer.
I can't wait.
It wa- yeah, if we can ever get it,
When did we buy this thing? Like a year ago?
December, and it's just got pushed back another month.
Hey, KC Mullins, probably a single X10 for low and loud, but like say that you were playing higher frequency stuff, the two SA8s would probably pull ahead a little bit.
For a pink decal, shoot Derek an email. He'll get you the pink
Joey, I
decal.
guess you met Scotty, huh? Yeah, he's great, man. I've known him for a long time. First time I met him was 15 years ago now.
Scotty is easily
You're right, it was.
approachable.
It was. It
You know,
was.
for somebody who doesn't
Yeah.
know Scotty, you would never think he's easily approachable.
Well,
but
the first time I ever
he's
met him,
easily approachable.
first time I met him, I was a nobody. I was in college, and he was a famous SPL competitor. And it was at Marshall Joyner's house. Sometimes Marshall watches the show.
Yeah.
And he was there, and he was like super nice to everybody. And
Thanks,
like to me,
Tom.
he was, to
Scotty's
me-
always smiling.
yeah, to me, he was like a movie
a
star.
happy guy.
And I was like, whoa. So he's like, yeah, man, what's up? And I was like, it was great.
Anybody want
Oh,
one
so,
of these? Jake, you want one of these?
Today, one of the Everyday Audios guys posted a picture of the most viewed pages in DB Drag history. No, so number one's Alan Dante, who's traditionally loudest guy on the planet, and number two was Nathan Munson.
Oh, wow.
So I tagged Nathan in that,
Great.
like knowing how popular he is.
You give me this?
And of course,
Go
I don't
for
know,
it.
man.
Go for it. Anybody else?
Is there a koozie in here?
No.
No, we ain't got no koozies.
Because
Just drink it.
This thing is gnarly.
It's pretty thick,
This is a damn.
she said. It's a meal in a can.
I'm debating. Should I drink this thing?
I had one of these already today.
Yeah, he had
It's
one and
a-
about
it's a-
killed 10 people.
So yeah, we were at the
We threw axes.
with the axe throwing place, and I'm either really good or really bad. There's no in between.
All right,
Donnie's
there
the
we
same
go.
way.
God damn, look at this thing.
So I threw an axe. So Thomas goes, "Hey Brian, why don't you try throwing double-handed,
Two hand, yeah.
You know, because you can use two hands and go like this." And then I was like, "Okay, I'll give it a shot."
Oh my god.
Fucking hit the wall, bounced back, and almost hit
It
me
bounced
in the face.
and went up and over like everyone's head, and then hit the floor and bounced some more.
and that's
And
why
the-
you sign waivers.
And the lady
Yeah.
there was like, "I have never seen that
Yeah,
happen.
I did something I never
Don't
seen.
do that again."
Let me hit a question here for Sanctified 72. So there's two things that you could do here. You could take that sub, put it in a smaller box, tune it higher. You could recon that sub with an SPL Spider and or SPL Surround.
What's the question? You have to read that out.
Oh, he has an V315, he doesn't get the double bass drums that he wanted, which is a higher frequency. So
yeah.
I suggested either putting in a smaller, higher tune box, or putting the SPL Surround and or SPL Spider on it, or
sell it.
or changing to a U series.
Yep, sell it. Get a U15.
Yeah.
That's gonna be your easiest.
You
route.
didn't say anything about the sealed box. I'm curious.
Don't do it.
I'm
Don't do it.
curious how
Most
that
people
would
are
sound sealed.
Most people won't like it. Me personally, an X series, if you're at a 15 or an 18, to me that sounds pretty good in a sealed box. Most of our
Yeah, how big will it need to be?
Probably
not
around,
that big, smaller.
probably
deported.
about 2.5 cubes, I would say.
Small and deported. But you know, I just feel like our customers are not going to be satisfied with a sealed box.
Yeah, they're not.
Our customers most likely not.
If you want what this guy's saying, get the U15.
Yeah, the U. If you like that kick drum, that the exaggerated like
Yep.
50 hertz range, you need a U series, man.
I'm right there with you. I'm actually a drummer, so I totally enjoy that sound.
Kendall, I'm trying to get pink spiders, and the color is just not working out, man. It's just not doing it.
Pink spiders, huh? Oh, you tried to.
I mean, we could try some spray paint.
Well, Miriam wants pink spiders for her stuff, and
Right.
we keep getting them. They're like purple, you know. So like, it's still hooked up.
Joey, you're wild today, man.
But maybe they'll kind of
There was no talks
wean
of
off
aliens
into pink
because
over
I
time.
wasn't
dark.
there.
It's dark.
Brian sometimes talks about aliens, though.
I try not to on this show because
Talk about
I
aliens.
have certain beliefs. I
Derek,
just kind of
what's-
keep them to myself.
What size was Jared's a box for the 415s? That was the perfect.
I'll tell you
4
about
footer.
aliens.
That enclosure in a wall that was 10 cubes on the sealed side and 30 cubes on the ported.
Those for 415s, and that
It
was one
was
of the best
1 to
for
3 ratio.
415s I've ever
Yeah,
heard.
it was
And with,
big.
with
God
the,
damn.
with the SAV ones. He's doing 56 on music with that thing.
Yes, yeah.
Thank
that
you
was
very much,
old
Aaron.
school.
By the way, Aaron, so I know you're with DS18. Thank you very much for your support.
$20.
You send us
drink
money all the
axes
time.
and throw beers. Hell yeah,
Aaron, if you come up here for the show this year, August 14th, you're totally welcome to come in and do
Have you
a
ever
show.
seen old school Aaron Zook?
Yeah,
He used to look like Gary Davis. Now he looks like Johnny. He was jacked, and now he's like a big dude.
Yeah, well,
Am I right? Am I wrong, Aaron? Tell him. Tell him.
Aaron knows.
He
Anyway,
knows-
Aaron,
I talked to him about it. He was like, "Man, I was jacked," and I was like, "Fuck yeah, bro."
totally welcome to come do a show if you come by around our show, August 14th. I'll probably be busy. August 13th is the day I usually do a whole day worth of podcasts.
I'm fluffy too, Aaron. Don't worry, buddy.
Me too.
We've all gotten fluffy.
yeah. Okay, everyone needs to lose like 20 pounds.
No, Aaron's cool.
Everybody.
Aaron's a
I
cool
need,
guy,
I need
man.
to lose more than 20. I'm near the 40 range. I need to lose at least.
So I've been considering doing me a crash diet again, but not for a month. Just for like 2 weeks to shed some of this off. But then I'm like,
I'm totally
no,
down.
I like food too much.
I'm totally down for fucking another weight
I'm not
loss
doing
challenge.
I trashed my body so bad that last
Well,
time. I'm not.
see,
doing
my
it
son.
again.
My son wants to start working out, and he's almost a teenager. He's getting strong, so I'm gonna have to.
Yeah. That's what you say. You can try. You think you can keep up? I bet you can.
No, Joseph isn't. Joseph's fit as hell, man.
Didn't he say he wanted to race everybody?
Yeah, Joseph. He'll kick our asses, except maybe Jimmy for like 50 yards.
50 yards, I about got him. I'm
yeah.
pretty fast at 50 yards.
Hey, JJ will race you around my property, and then you're gonna have a hard
Oh,
time.
yeah,
I'll die.
Nah, I'm not doing that.
Like I was down at my pond, which is way down the hill. I was like, "Hey JJ, go up the house and get me a water." And then like he came back, and I was like, "Did you already have a water down here?" I was like, "Where did you come from with this water?"
Wow. All that energy.
Kendrell said, do Nick from Incriminator Audio. You know what I figured out? He listens to this.
Does he? Yeah, we
Barely.
love Nick, right?
But the other day, yesterday, it was yesterday, right?
Well,
He
that's when
texted Jake, and he was like, "Happy birthday, motherfucker!" And tell Thomas I said, "Suck it."
Yeah, he did. He did say that.
Oh, shit.
I love it.
Is this a gnarly beer, Jake?
I know this thing is like
So
syrup.
when we were at the axe throwing
See,
place,
I used to like this kind of beer. Now
it's like a bar mixed with an axe throwing place, and they had
It
this,
sounds so dangerous.
yes,
Oh, it's
very
awesomely
It is very
dangerous.
dangerous. You have to sign a waiver.
I look ridiculous throwing an axe, but I
They
love
had this beer on discount, and I bought it. It's called Black AK or Black Oak. Oh, it is called Black Oak. I didn't see a little
it.
thing.
Brian
there.
kept saying, "Give me that black AK," and the lady's like, "What?"
I heard you say that. You got him with a black
I didn't
AK.
realize that was an O.
You didn't have your
Damn
O
it,
face,
Brian.
Brian?
The black AK.
Fuck it.
That's that Russian beer.
Yeah.
I was wondering what the hell you were talking
They
about.
just ferment some old AK-47s.
Right. So on your way to Slamology or back, did you guys encounter anything on the highways at all?
Yes.
A lot of wrecks.
Yeah.
A lot,
Fucking
dude.
idiots.
It was like every 30 miles there was a wreck.
Me and Donnie
Oh,
lost
really?
a tire on the way home.
Hey,
You
look,
guys did.
the worst spot. There was a really bad wreck on the opposite lane. So of course you got the rubberneckers on our lane. People are slowing down. Well, apparently they had stopped so long on the opposite lane. Like, look, there was one person, they had the grill out on the side of the interstate, grilling, cooking food.
Are
They're
you
having a
fucking
block
kidding
party.
me?
Yeah, this was Sunday
No.
evening. So other people, like, they've been sitting there so long, they busted a U-turn on the interstate and went down to find a break in the road and was crossing over into our side.
Wow.
So we're flying, and there's just people just jutting out into traffic on our side.
Holy shit.
So then at one point, and of course I'm coming through in our big 650, and I'm towing. I got a trailer behind me, and the people in front of me just lock up the brakes and slam on it to let people in from the other side of the interstate. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm doing 80, and I'm about to kill everybody on this road because y'all just locked up the brakes in front of me. So I nailed the air horn, and I just held it. Like, fuck y'all, get out of the way. Like, you don't do this on the interstate.
Jesus. Christ. What's
Hello.
up? Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's pregnant.
Well, it's like very, it's very apparent.
Yeah, she's due beginning of August 8th.
Okay.
Happy Grandfather Day at some point in August,
Yeah.
Derek. Might be
Yeah,
on
I
your
was like-
birthday.
Birthday.
I haven't seen her since she's been pregnant. I was like, what's different? Oh yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah, Derek's going to be a grandfather, everybody.
For the
Scary.
second time.
For
This
a
young
second
lady,
time.
little young girl comes in here, and I'm like, God dang.
Um,
We're old. We're
so-
so,
Oh
old.
yeah.
On the way to Slam, all I hit was a bunch of rain. It was, boring. I didn't get there. I didn't get back. I didn't get to Indiana until like midnight almost. On the way back, it was pretty uneventful. And then no, I'm sorry.
Did you leave? You left Sunday night with us, didn't you?
No. Hold on a minute.
I tried to leave
Let me
Sunday.
backtrack. Friday, I left at 2:30 Friday afternoon to go to Slam. On the way there, I hit a bunch of weather.
Separating voice calls.
And then I hit. We were in the Kentucky mountains off 75, and there's a bunch of fucking people. There's a bunch of traffic, and all of a sudden I'm like, why is all this traffic? And then there's a truck with a trailer that's flipped, like a boat trailer. The truck is normal. The trailer is flipped upside down, but still on the truck. Oddly enough,
Derek, this guy thought you were in your 30s.
50 feet in front of the truck is a boat on the highway off its trailer.
It ain't raining that much.
So that was pretty cool. On the way back, I stopped. I was on 75 again. I saw there was a storm in the distance. It was about 10 o'clock at night. I was almost to Knoxville. I was near London, Kentucky. I stopped at London to get some gas, and I asked the guys. I was like, "Man, it looks like shit out here. What happened?" He's like, "Well, tornado just touched down about 20 miles away over here down the road." He's
It's like a normal occurrence.
He's like, you just missed a tornado. I was like, holy shit.
So Hunter of DSS, dude, Derek is significantly older than me.
Yeah. Until my brother got here, who's a little bit older than me, I was the oldest guy in this place.
Brian, why did you type?
That's because Gary's gone. And
4,
Gary,
8,
Gary was
7.
born before they brought in the first load of dirt.
Yep. Gary had a few years on me. Actually, I think Robbie's older than Gary. Though.
Impossible.
Derek is
Robbie's
he's a
damn near
sexy
50,
guy.
isn't he?
Yeah. Robbie will be 50 this year.
Oh shit!
and
We
he's-
have to.
He
big,
is
big
sexually
celebrate.
active.
Jason
He's-
says, "What's with the separating voice calls?" I'm not sure what you mean by separating voice calls. You mean blown voice calls?
Sometimes they separate.
And I wouldn't say there's any epidemic. They use the same materials that we do. So there shouldn't be any sort of variation there.
Traffic jams.
Yeah. You'd have to be way more specific with that question.
If you mean slinking voice calls, that's just a thermal failure.
Yeah, dudes are just overpowering their stuff. It happens.
Those dudes need to buy a ZV5 if that's what they're doing. They ain't
The,
running. I tell you what, they ain't running 1,500 watts.
No, definitely not.
That's barely anybody.
Dang, Kendrell, you look great for 46, bro.
Kendrell's a man.
Ray Farmer, my partner for my distillery, is in his 50s. Do you
Yeah,
guys know that?
Yeah.
Have we ever
Why
had
does-
Axel
Ray's
on
put
the
some
show?
Brays on.
Why do
though.
black folks always look so much younger than what they,
They just
are?
look
This is
at-
some bullshit.
Yeah, like Ray's in his 50s.
My
Axel, my accountant's husband, He's like late 60s, and
Yeah.
he looks great.
He looks.
Did
he
I-
looks
Axel's about to turn 70.
He looks
He's almost
maybe
70,
50.
yeah.
He
Did
looks
I
maybe
imagine
50.
that XL was on the show, or did that
He
actually
was
happen?
Christmas. The Christmas
time,
one
yeah,
2 years
one
ago.
Yeah, because I can't remember.
He
You
was
know,
on-
Elizabeth is like early 60s, and we dudes coming in here like, who's that back there? And I'm like, that's my accountant.
Yeah. So we had or my eye doctor. My eye doctor is in his late 60s. Looks like he's maybe 40 something.
I gotta tell this guy, if you were to bring me beer, I like Belgian triples, or just standard American light beers.
Start American peanut.
No, Brian.
It got quiet after you said
large American. No. Shit.
Large
I'm-
American.
By the way, where the fuck is Donnie?
I'm not really into IPAs anymore, or stuff this dark. This thing is like gnarly. This reminds
This
me.
is a meal in a can,
This
buddy.
reminds me of the Troganator, because this is a Doppelbock
Oh,
like the Troganator.
Troganator, man, that's a gnarly
Oh,
beer.
yeah.
I could not. I drink one of those, I'd probably puke.
Wait, are those the ones that I got from Pennsylvania?
Yes, this,
Yeah.
this tastes like a Troganator, but this
But-
is made in North Carolina.
By the way, Brandon, nobody can hear you, but at some point, I would like to do a show just like a 10-minute thing just on the new Power Sports stuff. Are you willing to come on and talk about it?
Yeah, I mean, you turn the mic
We're
on.
doing a show.
No, I want to show the stuff on the camera and stuff. So
Turn the mic on now.
yeah, that mic's on.
Just throw it.
What's this?
Kendra, I would have never guessed you're that old, bro.
Get that stuff out of here.
I thought you were just slightly older than me.
There you are, Donnie. I was wondering where you were.
I had to take
Yes,
calls, man.
Jake, you're. I don't know if you said it. You're 38.
Thanks for
I
taking
just turned
calls.
38. Yeah.
38.
Oh, here you go.
All right. So Donnie just brought this stuff in. You can see it right
Not
here.
Bud Light though, but like Coors Light or Miller Lite.
So
whatever.
we are now selling Sundown fuses. There's 2 in a pack here. This is mainly for dealers to purchase. So we have fuses. We have 2 different fuse holders. There is the standard A&L fuse holder, which just looks like that, and then we've got the waterproof fuse holder,
So technically, they're both waterproof.
which looks like that. Yeah, for the most
Yeah,
part.
they're both waterproof.
This,
Also,
this
note.
one's considered marine grade.
Yeah,
This
one
one's-
one big thing I want to point out: our fuse holders include fuses. A lot of
yeah.
other companies' fuse holders that are similar to these, when they sell them, they do not include fuses, and that's a pretty expensive, cost to have to also buy the
Yeah.
fuse with it.
These
Ours
are
include fuses.
These are a 300 amp fuse that are in here. I don't.
We're
know.
also going to have other sizes too.
Yep, there will be
Other
more
than
fuses
the
all the way.
300 amp. We're going to have
when you
100
purchase
amps.
the amp kit that comes with a 200 amp fuse in the fuse holder. These are
300s.
300s as well in here, and then the fuses by themselves are.
do we know
300s.
when the other sizes are coming, Jake?
I don't know anything right now. I did order.
They've been
all
in
of them.
production.
These have been out for a while.
Yes.
We just haven't talked about them on the show. And any dealers watching, they're available. So go ahead and purchase
Yeah,
them.
they're
They're-
pretty
they're
good price. They're like
really good
what are they,
margins
they're like
for
30
dealers.
bucks?
Fantastic margins
20.
for
They're
dealers.
20 bucks.
20. Okay,
They're
to
20
the-
bucks.
So customer price buying them from
Customer
a dealer.
price is like $18.99.
I didn't make 400s.
Yeah, they're really
bro.
really good price.
So I didn't make 400s because one is technically rated
Yeah.
for 300.
Yeah,
What's up, Steve
You
Herman?
gotta run extra wire. There you go.
Steve Herman broke a dang world record or something.
He did.
At,
Yeah, you got a
Slam.
world
Yep.
record. Yep.
Street
yeah.
stock 5K.
A lot
World
of
record holder.
Sundown.
Steve
kicked
Herman, he
ass.
took some time off from Dunder Mifflin Paper, and he went to Slamology.
A lot of
Because he looks like Steve. He looks like Steve Carell.
a lot of Sundown ruled the lanes.
He
at
thinks he's
Slamology.
cute. Do you hear that?
That's every show.
It's true. He does look like Steve Carell.
Oh, okay.
You should see old school Steve Herman before he, like, got all like facial hair and stuff.
I don't think I've ever
Hey, Brian.
seen Steve Herman.
Yeah.
He looks
Yeah,
like
you
Steve.
have.
You would know.
Yeah,
You would
you
know.
He's been here before.
Oh, okay.
Kendro, updates
Sorry,
on Mega
Steve.
W. I'm sorry, no updates.
If we met.
Yeah, Mega W is still going to be a ways out.
Not even
Steve
this
is
year.
awesome
time,
because
not
I
even
think
this year.
Steve is like the only dude as white as I am, and he also speaks Spanish.
Espanol. You would never think either.
Yeah, yeah.
Just by judging, by looking at both of you guys.
I think his Spanish
you
is
never
better
think.
than mine. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
it's better than mine.
And he's from Missouri.
And his wife's from Ecuador.
Yeah, yeah,
I didn't know where his wife was from.
yeah.
Ecuador. Yeah.
I love Ecuador. Steve's gonna show me around there sometime. It's gonna be awesome.
No Mega W's.
Jake's dog's name is Steve.
It is.
Fuck yeah.
And Steve is awesome, just like most
Came
dudes
out
named
so
Steve.
random.
Have you guys talked about Axon yet? We did Axon.
We
a
threw
little bit?
X's, yeah.
We went a little bit off and on. What was your What was your experience like, Donnie, with Axe Throwing?
I would do okay for a first couple, and I'd get it in, and then I would just do terrible, and I would keep throwing it at the bottom.
I'll tell you what happened
It
to me.
looked like
shit-
Donnie was
shit.
aiming at the floor.
When we
It
first got
did.
there, I couldn't do
Yeah.
a damn thing, and then they're like, "Don't bend your wrist," and I'm like, "Oh, less flexibility.
Oh.
I got you."
Yeah, Jake
So-
was the new deer
Here-
trying
here-
to like, get his
Here's
legs
Jake.
out and walk.
Here's Jake throwing an axe. Just like, all right, just this arm doesn't move, and you're just like this.
It was like a cannon. It was like a
straight up cannon, yeah.
giant ballista, but it was shooting an axe.
I had like performance anxiety because anytime Derek was like, "Donnie, you're messing up," blah, 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 I would like.
I never said that.
And then as soon as Derek would go to like take a picture or he'd be looking down at his phone, I'd be like, I hit the bullseye. I'd be like, "Look, guys, I hit the bullseye."
Donnie tried to kick an axe.
We did.
I did.
or catch it with his
Catch
foot.
it with my foot.
The second time, I actually got nervous a little bit. First time was when Brian did the double throw, and,
Yeah.
and the axe shot back at us like a cannon.
That was
And
scary.
then Donnie tried to kick one. I'm like, oh my God, what are you doing?
That's why we signed, guys.
So-
that's why we signed the waivers.
It
It's
came
okay.
at you, and you put your foot in the way of it.
That's why we signed the waivers. That's
Thanks,
why we signed
Kendrell.
the waivers.
Thanks for
It's
happy birthday
okay.
wishes, bro.
It's okay. Be all right. My toe is fine. It won't.
How old are you? 38?
It won't get
I just turned
infected,
38, man.
I don't
38.
think.
The
be
point
damned.
in saying that about the fuse holders is a lot of fuse holders don't come with that. I literally said that. So, yeah that's the point, bro.
Like
happens.
we're talking like major like dealer products like Stinger and stuff like that.
Yeah,
you
I
know?
mean, I don't care.
of course, like
You can
know,
try and split this. I mean, this dude can split hairs all he wants to. Most fuse holders do not come with fuses.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Bro, I've been an installer for a long time. Take that shit elsewhere.
Derek's getting he's eating bread. Derek's eating breads and cakes over here.
It's fat and
See,
sassy.
that's why I have performance anxiety.
he's like,
You're like,
well, this-
Donnie, you
this
don't even know what an axe is. You're holding it upside down.
Who could throw axes around this guy? Listen to him.
Derek's
We
about
throw
to
that axe
split
like
hairs
a
with
fairy,
an axe.
buddy.
He's about to split hairs with an axe.
Probably do that. We should try that. Next.
No, I got in the hang of the axe throwing. It was going pretty well at that point.
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out the aiming. I was trying to figure out what exact ratio
I
of
think Jake put
of
too much
wrist
work into
turnage
it.
that- well, I wanted to be good
You
at it.
put
man.
your whole fucking body into throwing
You
a
gotta
fucking
stand on your
axe.
tiptoes a little bit.
Yeah.
Dude, it was
gotta
scary.
jump.
Dude, everybody was watching
I
you
was
throw
just
an axe.
barely tossing mine.
It was scary watching you throw. We're like, okay. we
Oh
will
yeah,
not-
every time
we
it
will not
hit, it
fuck
was
with
like
Jake
it
anymore.
was concussive. It was like a
Basically, if
a blast.
if,
It was the shotgun of
if
axe
we
throwing.
have to fight Jake, make sure you're not near him when he has when something can be thrown.
For
Dude.
the love of God, make sure you don't owe him any money.
Yeah.
Everybody on there,
Well, the good news is
talking to the mic, Donnie.
the good news is I'm a very nice
don't
guy.
owe Jake any money.
I don't want to hurt anybody.
Actually, in the back.
Yeah. When will the NSV 5.8 be out? I don't know.
I wish I knew, man. You know what? I had to like retool everything because I wasn't happy. And
Oh,
the
I
last
thought
thing
we
I'm
were.
waiting on is the coil, I think. And I'm
Are
making
you
the
not
coil.
gonna- Are you not going to use the same coil we're using on everything
No,
else?
no, the mass ratio is all off.
Too heavy, right?
Too heavy.
Are you going to do 4-layer?
I'm looking at a 4-layer round.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. That's a thing. That's a real thing.
that was not a thing.
That's totally a thing.
No one here has ever seen me that mad.
I have.
I have.
No, you've never seen me that
I don't know
mad.
if I've ever
Seen
seen
you pretty
like-
mad.
I've seen you be a dick kind of
Look,
mad, but not like
look,
mad.
I get-
mad.
Rolling.
I can tell you
I'm
right
sticking
now,
mad.
if I went and got my daughter and brought her in and was like, you think they've ever seen me really mad? She'd be like, oh no.
Our kids always get the brunt of the badness.
I've seen Derek mad enough where he still looks like that, but the vein is.
We'll have to
popping
get my
out.
ex-wife in here to see what that's like when Brian's been mad.
I think I've seen Derek's face change twice.
Yeah, he's pretty happy today, so this is the second time.
I've been trying to be really happy. I've been like proactively like act happy. Act happy.
Fuck.
Because yeah, it was I'm at the back of the booth. at
How do humans'
Slamology.
faces look?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I was at the back of the booth at Slamology, and Kevin Parker, he come around and talking to me. He just goes, "God damn, bro, you really always do look pissed off." And it's like, no, it's just my face.
Get that resting bitch face.
You know what made me happy?
really
I
do.
saw Dave Cook at the show. Dave
Hell
Cook
yeah.
always makes me smile.
Dave Cook's a
Dave
man.
Cook's a
right?
cool
I
dude.
love
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like
He-
talked to him on the phone today.
How old is Dave Cook?
I don't
Fif-
know.
I don't want to.
He's way older than we think he is.
I don't want to guess.
Probably.
He came here once and he bought us tacos. I was,
Yeah, he did.
Dave's a
really
dude,
happy.
He
man.
likes to flip coins.
I do
He
like
hasn't
talking.
done
Dave
that
will come with a
us
stupid
in a
stack
while.
of
We need to
cash.
do that again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave's
Have
a-
we
you
ever
want some
talked
6Ks?
about
You
my
wanna flip 'em
driving
for some
face?
6Ks?
Probably.
Yeah.
It's like Derek's everything face.
Have we talked about my driving face?
I think we talked about that one time that I was on the highway and I was literally riding right beside you. I honked the horn, waved at you, made a bunch of faces. You didn't look. Like you had no idea there was somebody right next to you trying to get your attention.
Thomas tried to murder some random guy. That's what his version of the story.
Yeah.
Like what fucking land are you in when you're driving?
Serial killer land.
The same land you're in when you're driving, drumming away, not paying
Yeah,
attention.
I'm in music land.
Except Brian's going 80 and a 35.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Donnie
me.
Donnie
What's that
was
song,
trying to do the
Cannabod
same thing. He was
55?
trying to
Who's
get my
the-
attention driving next to me.
I just backed off. I was like, "Hey, it's time." Oh no!
Apparently, I
So-
look really
Slide
pissed
off.
off.
So on the
when
way
I'm
back
driving.
from Slam, you guys got a flat tire,
And
and,
we got a hell
yeah,
of a
we
flat
did.
tire.
Hell yeah, we did.
and that gave you the opportunity to just drink yourself away.
We just had some
all
beers,
day.
and Dante Jones left me a bottle of scotch, and I took a photo. I took a photo in drunk. I don't know how that happened.
The photo, yeah,
yeah.
the
I saw
camera
that
was
picture. It was
drunk
like-
too.
I hadn't even drank it yet, but
You-
somehow I took this photo. It was
You
so blurry.
somehow
And you just
transferred
left
the
it on
drunkenness
there?
through the
Like,
phone.
you're just like, that's fine.
It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, that was really
We had
good
fun.
scotch, by the way, Dante. If you're watching the
Yeah,
show,
we had fun. We had fun.
Oh, by the way, I took a video of my cup holders. These guys saw it. I had a Diet Coke in there, and I go to make a turn, and it just falls out.
How was it, like an inch? You got like an inch for your cup
Dude, it's
holders?
nothing. It's pathetic. Like, why did they even bother?
A circle.
Speaking of
That's
why
what
they
Brian
didn't even
says to God
bother,
all the time.
Charleston roads. Why they even bother?
garbage.
Huh?
Don't
They
even
should have just had a gravel road on the interstate.
I didn't even
So-
see the pothole. I didn't even see it. I
Just
felt
like
it.
wham! Get off the interstate, Donnie. Get off the interstate.
I felt it.
That's
Every-
most of South Carolina.
Everybody
The roads are
pause
like
for a
that.
second. Everybody pause for a second. Rewind this video. Listen to Thomas sneeze.
Oh god.
It is the most southern sneeze you'll. Hey,
Rutabagas.
fucking banjos playing and shit.
Rutabaga, I just met her.
Not even sure what that means.
So you guys had a good time, fucking.
We did. We had
Charleston.
we went to a Filipino restaurant, which was amazing.
in
Dude, in
Oh, y'all were in
Filipino
Charleston,
restaurant.
West Virginia.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
thinking Charleston, South Carolina.
Yeah,
so
we
that's
went
where
to-
I'm from.
Charleston,
Yeah.
West Virginia, and we went to a Filipino
Hunter said I'm
restaurant.
on the way.
Wait, what?
Do it,
that
Hunter.
dude's bringing
Dude,
beer. He's bringing
You
beer.
won't do it. You won't do it.
Anyway, they put spam in their stuff.
It was
they-
amazing.
They were like, "Do you want to flip it?" They gave me the crazy eye. You want
So-
to flip it? And I was like, "Well, what does that mean?" And then the guy next to me is like, "Well, you got to flip it once in your life." And I said, "I tried it in college, didn't work out. But tell me about tell me about this flip it."
They put some spam in
They
there.
put spam and a hard-boiled egg.
The nice bartender
Donnie,
lady
talking
said,
to the dot, man.
Nice bartender
Dot?
lady told me that this dish was 11 out of 10 hot.
Hear me now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
She told me
There's
11 out of
spam.
10 hot.
Twisted sideways.
She didn't know who she was
Yep.
talking to.
That.
Was it hot?
Yep.
If Donnie would have gotten it, it would have been 11 out of 10.
And I almost got it.
Now, to me, I consider it equal to my traditional Indian restaurants 8 out of 10, which is actually very hot.
Yeah.
Well,
Uh,
I mean,
Which for Charleston, West
at
Virginia, was
one
easily an
point-
11 out of 10.
at one point it becomes not so fun to eat your food when it gets that kind
No,
of.
I like it.
You know, you don't get to taste your food after a while.
I sweated a little bit, which means it was good.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Kendra. I do hate the sound of my own voice. Yeah.
I don't think I had.
Which
spam
is
since
weird
was
because I
10.
talk a lot for someone who
I got
does.
some spam in my doomsday food reserve.
Hell yeah, you do.
Spam is
Spam
actually
and
pretty
hash.
good.
Oh,
Spam's
I
not
I have
bad.
a lot of corned beef
Spam-
hash.
I hadn't had spam since I was like 10, and I had it
So
at that Filipino
when
restaurant.
shit
It
hit
was
the
pretty
fan
good.
when COVID first started, I bought a fuck ton of corned beef hash and mixed vegetables in cans.
I still got all that shit, man.
yeah, I just.
I've still got like
green beans
all
and
kinds
corn.
of-
I got it.
Because, I mean, that's all your food groups right there. Mixed vegetables, corned beef hash. You don't need anything else.
I like how we were going to do this episode and talk about the fuse holders, and it was going to be like a big part of the thing, but now we're talking about spam. It's like spam took up like 90%.
Ah, we just.
Dude, I can give you some
There's
awesome
a minute
spam
or two.
recipes.
Fuse holders are like 5%.
I'm more excited about spam than I am anything else.
Get you some pizza
Cajun
burgers
spam.
going.
It's actually
Barbecue spam, hot sauce spam.
Oh, if you
I
put
got
some-
that bacon spam.
Dude,
That shit's good.
You put some Old Bay on some spam.
Oh, dude.
I like Old Bay.
Do you guys remember when I was super hammered and I was living in your garage?
Which time? This time you fell over and I took a
this-
picture of you?
And
You
I
just
made
described 4 years of your life.
right. No, it was only 6 months of my life. It was only 6 months. I was living in Jake's garage. I just got done
wait.
I just started my separation.
I got cabbage.
I was making pork chops on my griddle
I
in
don't
your
think Jake
garage.
was there. I
And
was there.
And I made pork chops with a bunch of
That was the night I took your keys.
what's that? What did you just say?
Old Bay.
Old Bay. Best damn pork chops I ever had.
You were drunk.
I was drunk. That was also
Steve was like, I've met Thomas 5 times. Well,
That's true.
that was also the night that we did the
I'm
show. and I
shitty.
brought-
I'm
and
sorry.
I took my pants off. That was that night.
But what time? Which time was that?
I only took my pants off once in the show.
Actually, the one time Steve was here last year for the Sundown show, he had a beard, and I didn't even recognize him. Like, he came up to me, he was like, hey. I'm like, hey, what's up with you, bud? He had, like, a big beard. He didn't look
Yeah.
like Steve, and he didn't have a hat.
Kendra, I do not celebrate fried egg Friday anymore because I moved from that lady. She still lives there, but I do not live there anymore. I moved to a different
She
building.
gonna come see you.
Didn't you just moved like around the corner?
Yeah. But
You moved like
Same
50 feet
building.
away.
I don't
place.
see this lady anymore. It's a different building. Yep. That lady.
Steve,
that-
which place did you go to, Steve, for the good Indian food at Slam? Was it Clay
Clay Oven?
Was it Clay Oven? That place is
The
the
place
jam.
is over by the Walmart.
that's it. I'm about to Google Steve.
You got to look him up, man. He was on The Office.
I have a terrible memory. I am sorry.
How do you forget meeting Steve Carell? What's wrong with you?
I forget people's names. I'm the worst.
I remember faces. I don't remember names at all.
Exactly. So when Steve grows out his beard, they don't look right. You don't look right, Steve.
Hey, Derek can tell you. We'll go to shows and I'll be like, that dude looks familiar. What's his name? And he'll tell me. I'm like, I can't believe I didn't fucking know that.
So whenever we go to a show, I remember faces. I never remember their names. So that's how that goes.
Anybody that I met prior to like 2010, I pretty much know. But after that, I'm like, I don't know. I ran
How many
out of
new
space.
did
We got one.
Tendril.
No,
We
we
have
got one.
two
He
new
hasn't
ones.
seen the new one. He hasn't seen
Yeah,
the new one.
Kendra, we do have a new banner.
We have two brand new banners that are completely new and different.
Yeah.
Actually, Donnie Babb, the guy that does Slam and Gage Magazine, he actually designed them for us.
You know, we do have a thing on the website for that. We should probably update that picture.
Yeah, we should probably
do
should.
that. Yep.
Kind of low priority.
That's coming.
Yeah.
I got a small story. We're talking about Slam. So I'm at Slam and I'm in the booth the whole weekend, and several people want to do some pictures and stuff. Like, all right, cool. So this one dude comes up. He's like, "Hey, can we get your picture?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, cool." And I guess I will assume it's his girlfriend. She's gonna take a picture, but then the dude just like walks away, and she takes a picture and with a Polaroid camera,
Oh,
and then
nice.
pulls the picture out and just goes, "Here you go, that's for you." And then they walked off. And I didn't recognize them. I don't know who they were. But yeah, shout out to you guys for taking it.
So you have the picture, but they
I have
don't.
the picture. They
They
just,
don't
they
have
just
the
took a
picture.
picture of me and handed it to me and walked off.
Derek, I know what that was. You were cursed.
Okay.
Where's the picture?
I
at?
wanted to know if he was
it's
real
at
or a
home.
vampire.
We should share that
He
off.
actually
Where's
get
my
his
anime
picture
fans
taken.
here? Hermit Purple.
Yeah. But that was a new
Anybody?
experience for me. Somebody took a
Anybody?
picture of me and handed the picture to me.
That's
Joey,
a little
Joey
odd.
Crane, are you in?
They didn't sign it or nothing.
No, nothing. I don't know who they didn't. It wasn't even like a shake my hand or nothing. They're just like, "Can we take a picture of you?" And they took a picture of me and handed it to me and
And
walked
it was
off.
like a mini Polaroid, too. It
yeah,
was like
it was
a 2 by
it's like
2.
this big.
Huh. That's a little odd.
Anyone who knows me knows I don't like having my picture taken. I don't like taking pictures with people. I don't even like this fucking camera on me right
They
now.
just
Hold on.
stole
There we
Derek's
go. We're
soul.
right up on you, Thomas.
Yeah.
Say something. There we go.
I don't know. It's like Donnie said, man.
Performance anxiety.
That-
See, that's what it is.
No, no.
That's how I
It's like,
felt throwing it out.
I'm
It's-
still waiting on
And-
Thomas to do a Meet the Staff Monday video
like,
with me.
the
You need to get back on
cameras
that.
steal
We got
your
some new
soul.
employees.
There's something about
I
it.
got a lot of new employees.
Enough photos with just like it's dehumanizing.
Yeah.
We need to get the new guy.
Everybody keeps asking me,
one?
"What's the new guy's name?"
Are you
I'm
talking
like,
about Dynamite?
yeah, just
yeah.
like new guy number 43. I lost track.
We've had to hire
So
and
somebody walking
fire.
by, I thought it was going to be him.
So for those of you who think working here is just freaking amazing, it's work.
It ain't
You
that
know,
bad,
just,
though.
Just like anything, it's
Could be
it's
worse,
real
though.
work.
Oh yeah,
It's a great place to work, but
great.
you have to work.
You got to
But
do
don't
your
think,
job.
yeah, you're not going to show up and go throw axes and drink beer with us. That's not how it works.
Yeah,
That's what we did today.
That's a 10-year. That's a 10-year.
on a Monday.
Yeah, you got to get grandfathered in to do that.
Yeah, it
It's
took
a
me a
10-year
long
This
time.
is like a table of the veterans, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta be here for a while.
Derek's
Hell.
the guy that started. Then I got fat.
Derek, you and I are working on our ninth year. Brandon's
I
been
lost
here
count.
forever since
So,
the
I think
beginning.
this
So like
This is 13 for me, I think.
Yeah.
I've
Going on 14.
I've technically only worked here 3 years. However, I did unload the very first container ever in existence.
Right.
And there are only 2 people that did that. It was me and Jake.
Simon came in sometimes, but he doesn't work here.
Yeah, so I did do containers from time
Thomas,
to time.
you're on year like 11, I think. Something like
10.
that. Yeah.
What year is this?
I don't even
Yeah,
know.
2021.
2021.
That's what it.
Okay, yeah.
Sometimes
Yep.
it bees like that.
Yep.
Somebody's about to outwork us.
I was gonna say, I
Go
started
for
in
it.
08.
Higher.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't threaten me with a good time.
We hired a new guy. His name is Brandon, but we call him Dynamite because he looks like Napoleon Dynamite.
I call him
He does.
Good Brandon.
No, he doesn't even deserve the same name as me. He's.
I actually
Napoleon
don't call
Dynamite.
him Brandon
You
at
know,
all.
I
don't think I can say what I call him.
I keep wanting to call him Dave because he looks like my dad when my dad was his age. which
Brian,
is
you're
weird.
one of
It's
maybe
weird.
3 people here that know his real name.
Brandon.
I just learned it the other day.
I learned it
He's
the
been
other
here
day,
for like
too.
a month.
I learned it the other day.
He
too.
might even be watching right now. We don't know. Probably not. He might actually be doing his job.
Who?
Brandon.
Oh, he's great.
Are we
He's
still
been
talking about
awesome.
Brandon?
Yeah.
Other Brandon.
He's great
Dynamite.
because I don't have to
Not
babysit
this
him.
Brandon.
He just shows up
Dynamite.
and just does it.
That is a good thing, Derek.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
give
the
that
last-
dude hell
the
every
last
time he
dude-
comes into my
His
room.
job is to pick and pull product and ship it. So and the
Not
Safari's
rocket
doing that.
science, but
Yeah,
you'd
it's-
think it is.
It's really an easy job.
Holy cow,
but
that guy worked
the
for
trouble that
subs.
some people have had doing that.
Yeah. So
Bring it on.
Sanctified. We that's how Jimmy got hired.
Yeah, Sundown has been around
River
since
since
2006.
Yeah. Yeah, Jimmy got hired by he just wanted some shit in his car and then he was I don't remember he was working at some kind of metal place.
He worked for GKN.
And then he decided he was just gonna work here. And we got a Jimmy. We just
mean,
needed a
we-
big guy with muscles.
Yeah, but Jimmy
yeah,
also
but we knew
knew
Jimmy a long time
Yeah,
ago.
but Jimmy
too.
also
Right.
knew all of us before he
Right.
started working.
I
Like he went to high school
yeah,
with Jake.
we've
And
known
I've
Jimmy
told-
for like
I've
as
told
long
this
as we've
story
known
like
Brian.
100 times where Jake saved my life, but Jimmy didn't, and he was actually there and Jake wasn't. I've told that story 100 times.
Yeah.
Jimmy was actually there. It didn't bother to save my life.
What happened? What was it?
Where I broke the window.
Oh, that thing.
Making out
Okay,
with
yeah.
Melody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good times, Donnie.
I mean, do we say
Can't
names?
Say names. Oh, God. She doesn't watch this.
yeah.
You're gonna
Nobody
give a nasty
knows.
message.
I partied
now.
with Donnie back in the day, or obviously I partied with Donnie back in the day. I partied with Jimmy a couple times back in the
I
day.
partied
too.
with Jimmy a lot, and Jimmy would always do the same tricks where he'd shotgun like the
He
big
can
beer.
drink beer faster
in, like,
than you can
5
pour it on the
seconds.
ground.
He will not
Yeah.
do that anymore.
Yes, he will.
Yeah,
he
he
did
will.
it like a week ago.
Yeah, I got
Really?
him to do it at Taco Tuesday
No shit.
because I challenged him. Said, Jimmy, I challenge
so you
you
gotta
to a
put
beer
money
chugging
involved.
contest. No, I didn't put any money. I just said I challenge you. I said, Jimmy, I'll beat you in a beer chugging contest, and then
No,
I didn't
you
even do
won't.
it. Yeah, he picked up a beer and chugged it, and I'm like, cool story, bro.
Jimmy's not about drinking the beer though. Not much at all. Like he won't get drunk. He won't.
Not
do that.
anymore. Not since Slam a few years ago.
Yeah, Jimmy.
He will,
the
he will do
video
other
of him
things.
trying to put a fan together.
Oh yeah, I still got that video.
He was
Oh,
trying to,
we've got
this,
to
this
show
slam.
that.
He was trying to get a fan like the whole weekend. I don't think he ever got one.
So he should have known better. By the way, to get a fucking fan for the room.
Oh
He
yeah,
should have
let's
known better.
hold on. Let's talk about that, Donnie.
Wait,
how
I don't
did
wanna
your
talk
experience?
about it. I don't want to talk about
yeah.
it.
How much did
I
your
don't wanna
experience
talk
go
about it.
rooming with Jimmy?
So
I don't want to
Donnie-
talk about it. I had a good time at Slam,
Hold on.
everybody. I don't want to talk
Hold on.
about it.
I'll-
Let's move on.
I'll start it up.
fuck.
I'll start it off. Donnie and Jimmy shared a room at Slamology.
Kind
So
of.
Friday night.
Yeah, guys,
This was what Friday night. What happened?
I only heard a little bit of this.
What happened?
Yeah, what happened
Friday night they didn't share a room.
More like Saturday morning
Saturday
from about
morning
5 to
they
7.
shared a room.
So Jimmy calls me and he's like, "Where you at? I got your key." I'm like, "Cool, man. I'm dropping Jake off, and I'm gonna get an Uber because I don't want to drive Jake's car. Get an Uber to the hotel, and I'll meet you in the lobby." Cool. So I get there, and I've already talked to him. Get my key. See Brandon at the bar. I'm like, I'm gonna sit with Brandon. Maybe he has my key. Maybe he knows what's going on with Jimmy. Maybe I'll just wait for Jimmy. Try to call Jimmy again. He doesn't pick up. I'm like, okay, maybe he's just having a good time. Whatever.
Alone in the room.
Proceed like 5 hours later, and we had all been drinking, and they were gonna go out, and I was like, I really just want to go to my room. And so Brandon got me a key. And I'm like, cool. I'm gonna go up to my room. I'm gonna go to sleep. I don't care what Jimmy's doing. And I go up to my room, and I try to get in, and I can't get in. it's just like, I'm like, well, maybe something's wrong with my key. So I go back down. He's like, oh, yeah, I'll get you a new key. Okay, cool. Go back up there. It won't work again. And I'm like, I know Jimmy's in there. I try to call him. I could hear his stupid ringtone. I was kicking the door. I was like, Jimmy, wake up, wake up, wake up. You know.
So you're slamming on the door and he's still not waking up.
Nope.
No. And then I called him again. I went back down. I got a different key. This is like the third time. And then finally, he's like, oh, he probably has the latch done. And
The deadbolt.
The deadbolt, whatever.
Why would he do that?
Because he's Jimmy.
That's a good
and
question.
So, and they're like, well, we can't override it for you. It has to be Mr. Sparks. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Now, I didn't call Brandon. I know Brandon was having a good time. I was like, so whatever.
Yes, we were at the bar.
I'm going to drink. I'm going to sit here and drink and watch. I was watching a show. I was sitting there in the lobby. I was watching a show, having a cigar. Well, downstairs on like a patio. Somebody was like, that guy works at Sundown. I bet he would know. And I was like, God dang it. And then they bought me some drinks. I'm like, well, I guess I'm drinking now. Then it was 5:30.
God damn, 5:30 in the morning.
Yeah,
Yes,
I slept
5:30.
like an hour.
Same here.
Holy shit.
Yeah, 'cause we'd all went out to a local bar, and we didn't get back till like 2:30 in the morning
Good Lord.
from the local
Hey,
bar.
Patrick.
And it was weird. We just walked in, and Donnie's like, "Hey guys," down in the lobby. Like,
I was like, I still
damn
haven't
it, Donnie.
slept.
Yeah, I was like, "Damn it, Donnie, what the hell are you doing down here?"
While we were out at axe throwing, Donnie was like, people come up to me at Slam and they were just like, hey, I like the show. And what was it you told
I
them?
was like, why?
Why?
not like.
I say the same shit.
Not like it's dumb, but like I'm just curious because I can't imagine people like sitting there watching us talk
On
about
edge.
spam, not sundown product.
They watch it. They don't watch it. They just
people-
it's just on the background
That-
when they're working.
Well, people
you
have
treat it
told
like a podcast. Just
People,
listen to
people have told me. People have told me. Everybody, 32 people that are watching can verify this. People have told me that they like the show because they can tell that we're normal people
Right.
and not just robots selling speakers. Except for Derek. Derek's a robot.
He's
But-
totally
Derek's an alien. Derek's an alien.
Just
Jake's
my
a
face.
robot when he throws axes. Yeah.
I'm just joking, Derek. You're not.
I'm a
robot.
normal guy with a robot face. It's just how it works.
But people said that they enjoy that we're just like normal people, and that we're relatable as opposed to like other.
We're just regular dudes
yeah.
doing regular dude things. With that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it now. Everybody, I want
Shut
you to
her
have
down.
a good evening, good night. Thank you for watching.